Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. Today is Wednesday. It is the 9th of October as we're getting into the middle of the month. We're glad to have you along. My name is Betty Johnson. I am your host for today. And we know that a lot of you are catching us on Charter Channel 6. We thank you for that. It's Channel 8, 6 days a week. I want to get the 6 and the 8 confused there. Charter Channel 8, where we can be seen 6 days a week throughout the day. But if you miss us, you can always catch us on the internet. We can be found at blip.tv along with YouTube. Just enter the date of the particular program you want to see, or Facebook. And if you push that little friend button there, you will receive notification of when each show has been uploaded by our producer, Leanne Alt. And also, we welcome any questions or comments you may have, as well as any suggestions for guests or topics for the show. All you need to do is email us at owatonnatoday@charter.net, or you can contact our producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. A very interesting show for you today. We're going to have Dave Effertz along with us. He's going to be hopefully trying to clear up some misconceptions about the Affordable Care Act. And then Tim Truelson is going to be along giving us an update from Park and Rec. And that's all right after the break, so please don't go away.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
The Owatonna Foundation's mission is to support community progress, and the Foundation has been doing just that since 1958 in the Owatonna community. By issuing over $11 million in grants, the Owatonna Foundation has helped organizations fulfill their goals in the areas of community, recreation, the arts, and education. Please consider a tax-deductible donation, a memorial, or possibly including the Foundation in your estate planning so that together we can continue to make a positive, lasting impact in our community. Preserving the past, building the present, funding the future, that is what your Owatonna Foundation is all about.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Thank you for staying with us. Dave Effertz is our first guest today. And Dave, the Affordable Health Care Act, what is it and who does it affect?
How much time do you have?
Yes.
Well, it's going to affect just about everybody. That's a good question you asked about who it's going to impact. I could say right away what it's not going to impact. When you talk about the Affordable Care Act, that's also Obamacare. It's pretty much one and the same. I think people think they're two different things, but they are the same thing. It's not going to affect the senior marketplace. So Medicare products, senior supplements, those types of things are virtually untouched. Okay. There's a couple small things that are going to be affected there, but by and large, this is affecting the 65 and under age group and the small and large employer group segment.
Okay, is there an age like 10 to 65 or all the way from 65 on down?
All the way from 65 on down.
Okay.
And so this is again starting January 1st, 2014. And so our whole landscape is going to change a little bit where plans are going to be guaranteed issue with no pre-existing conditions. So if you were to apply for a plan, let's say today, November 1st, before the Affordable Care Act hit on an individual, you'd send in an application with the health history. The insurance company could say yes or no. So you could be rejected and not get the insurance from the insurer. And if they did accept you, though, and you didn't have insurance before that, they could invoke a pre-existing condition. So if you were a diabetic or treated for something, they could exclude that for a period of time. So all that goes out the window. And there's a lot of other things that have to be put into the plan. There's no lifetime maximums. It's unlimited coverage. The preventive and wellness things, they're really trying to key on that. Those are going to be covered 100% regardless of what deductible you have. So if you have to do a preventive exam, it's going to be covered. Okay. Lots of other things. The deductible level has to be the most for I should say not just the deductible level, but your max out-of-pocket is capped at just under $6,000 for an individual and just over $12,000 for a family. So right
How
now,
is that affordable?
well, we do have people that are getting catastrophic coverage. They're on an individual
Okay.
$10,000 deductible and higher. Well, now because of health care reform and all the other things that have to be part of their plans, they have to have a lower plan that is a little more
Okay.
benefit rich and all these other things thrown in, so the premium's going to go higher. So what we're finding out here now, when the dust is sort of kind of settling a little bit, you can go to the exchange. MNsure is our state exchange that we
Okay.
set up. We decided as a state that we are going to establish our own and not do the federal exchange, and so it's called MNsure. And you can go to that website and you could try to get look at some plans and shop it around. You can use agents as myself. There's going to be navigators and assisters that are going to be out there. We're all waiting to kind of get our portals and things like that. That hasn't happened as of yet. But so we're all kind of chomping at the bit. But
Explain portal.
Yeah.
a portal, I should just say for myself, is to go in there and I can actually go in there and quote for people and help them out on that. But there is a portal for individuals that you can go on today to MNsure.com or MNsure.org rather, and apply for a plan. So the state has been divided into 9 regions. This is again set up through our legislative process, and we're kind of lumped into that southeast segment with Rochester. And if you look at the rates across the whole entire state, we're by far the highest price.
What's the purpose of the sections?
I think that's their way initially of controlling cost. I kind of wish it was universal and across the board. So the things that are setting the prices right now, because you can't take into account health issues, are your age, whether you're a smoker or non-smoker, and where you live.
Okay.
So those are the only factors that can be put into the rate.
So in this section, your insurance is probably going to cost you more than if you lived in northwestern Minnesota?
Yes.
Okay.
And then in the cities, they say there's more competition. You can do that. So in the cities, when they're claiming really low rates, they have 5 different insurance companies they can choose from. Down in our area, we've got 2 that are participating part of the exchange, Blue Cross and Medica. And again, our rates are higher. The line from a company like Blue Cross claims that the cost of care in our area is higher than other parts of the state, and the lack of competition, because the male health system is kind of everywhere. So our county is kind of lumped in with Olmsted, and we're kind of blessed how close we are to Mayo, but sometimes we're cursed with those costs and those types of things. So the price is going to be, I think, well, we've already been doing a lot of scenarios. They are very expensive. It's only going to work if you can get like a tax credit, and the only way you can get the tax credit is through the exchange, through MNsure.org, but we can help you out as agents to get that credit as well. So it's based on household income. So if you're a single, if there's one person in the household, if you make less than $45,960, you can get what's called tax credits. And it doesn't work like a traditional tax credit where you file at the end of the year and get a tax credit. They'll actually calculate what your tax credit would be, and they would reduce your health insurance premium by X amount of dollars. And then the insurance company would actually get the tax credit at the end of the year.
So what if you're unemployed and you have no source of income other than
Then-
unemployment?
If you're uninsured and unemployed, you're probably going to have a pretty good chance of getting some free insurance, because if it's below, if you're making less than $15,282 as a single individual, you'd be able to get free insurance through that. So really, to offset these high premiums, they definitely have to be subsidized. But I think a lot of people are going to fall into that segment where you're not going to get a subsidy. There's another catch where you can't get a subsidy. If your employer offers health insurance and it's deemed affordable by the Affordable Care Act, and it's also meeting the actuarial value, it gets kind of complicated, but all the essential benefits that have to be put into the plan, essentially all of them are, then you can't get a tax credit. So if you can get insurance through your employer, you can go to the exchange, but you can't get a tax credit because you should be able to get it through your employer.
Even if it's more expensive. You have to
Right.
do it that way.
And so,
Okay.
we might even have that weird scenario where an employee might be mad that you're providing health insurance as an employer, which is very odd. When 10 years ago, you wanted as a benefit to be part of
Exactly.
it. But so we're really curious to see how this is all going to shake out.
Is there a time frame? Can they just come in anytime? Like you said, it starts in January.
Yeah,
Do
the
they have to
exchange
be
is
within a
open
month?
right now, and open for business for January
Okay.
1st. So you have to get that coverage for January 1st. You have to apply before December 15th.
Okay, so everyone who's uninsured, according to that act, you need to
Yep.
have it all set to go.
And the Minnesota Department of Health in 2011 are calculating that there's 437,000 uninsured Minnesotans that can get financial help. So we'll see how it shakes out.
How do you get to those people if they're shut in or you know?
And I think that's why they're casting out this wide net of trying to have all these assisters and navigators, and there's a lot of nonprofits that are going to help that are going to be navigators and assisters as well, and again, trying to have as many parties out there helping these individuals.
Who designed the MNsure? Who came up with this particular plan?
Our state legislature, but they have to work with the parameters given within the
Okay.
Affordable Care Act. So, they try to make it as unique as they can. I was hoping that there would be more competition. Again, we're finding out only 2 companies participating in our area. That's not a lot of choice. I'm trying to be optimistic.
And now, how does that affect you, as and other insurance companies?
Yeah, well, it certainly can impact us. If you have somebody just going directly to the website and they replace their current insurance, then we lose that. But you can also get the same with us for the same price going through that as well. But, ultimately, we don't have that control, and we'll help people with whatever we can. And
So insurance
work through
companies can't try to match that, their own rates reduced to try to match that, so you can hold on to some business rather than be lost.
Right.
Or is that's something I imagine? Yeah, you
Yeah.
take quite a cut.
So I just think actuarially, insurance companies are nervous about they have to throw in all these extra coverages that have to be covered. They can't exclude anybody. They have to accept anybody. I mean, you could be uninsured and on your deathbed last week and apply for a plan and get on and they have to cover you. So.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kinks too that probably weren't foreseen come along,
Yeah.
and there'll be adjustments made too.
Right. We're well into October here, and we still don't have these portals set up for assisters and brokers like myself. And yeah.
Well, we hope you'll keep us informed, Dave, as how things are
Absolutely.
going.
Hopefully
It's
we'll know more in a
interesting
couple
to watch. Yes.
months or so.
Dave Effertz talking about the Affordable Care Act. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Tim Truelson from Park and Rec. So please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Effertz with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career. So I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living are Owatonna's premier living communities for seniors. Coda Living Community, located on the Owatonna Hospital and Mayo Clinic campus, provides short-term, long-term, and rehabilitative care. It features private and semi-private rooms, ceiling lifts, and spa. Coda Living Community continues the tradition of providing quality care to area residents. Park Place Senior Living is expanding into the Cedarview Care Center to offer enhanced assisted living. For more information, please call 507-446-4946.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
We are back, and we have with us now from Park and Rec, Tim Truelson. Hello, Tim.
Hey, Betty. How are you?
I am great. Glad to have you along. Now, boy, fall is a new session. Lots of things going on at Park and Rec, and you've got some new things going on as well. So lots of things to talk about.
Yeah, we're in our last 2 weeks of fall programs. Right now, we have, for youth programs, we have our youth volleyball program, and that will go towards the end of the month. And then our football program, we just wrapped up our mini Husky, and that was for first and second grade. That's a program we started 5-6 years ago, and it's for first and second graders. And the varsity players are out there with them on Saturday mornings.
Oh, how fun.
So yeah, it's been a very successful program.
Fun for them, yeah.
And it kind of gives them some idea of what third and fourth grade football is all about. So it's been a very good lead into the third and fourth grade program. This Saturday will be our last football on October 12th. And if you haven't got out to watch that, it's great to watch. The 5th and 6th graders had a chance to play on the varsity field here about a week ago, and they got a good kick out of that on the OHS field on a Saturday morning. So, and then we also are wrapping up our adult programs. We fall softball wrapped up last week, and then kickball is going on.
Kickball.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that work?
It's pretty much played down at Morehouse. This will be your last chance to check it out this week, and into next week are the playoffs. And,
you play it like softball or baseball, only you kick the ball.
That's correct, yeah. Very similar. I mean,
you
catch the ball.
You probably don't need to play very deep in the outfield, that I imagine.
No, we play with 8 people, and you have to have 2 have to be on the outfield grass. But we have 29 teams, and people,
really?
Yeah, people out there just have fun.
Of all ages.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a good way to play around like that. And this is your first year doing that?
It's our 5th year.
5th year, okay. And that's just in the fall?
Yes, it's in the fall. Yeah, it's a 6-7 week season, so I think people like the shortness of the season, as well as it's just pretty relaxed.
They play in the evening?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that does sound like a lot of fun.
So stop down on Thursday or the following Monday. We have a couple more days left here of the season, so.
Playoffs, so getting big time with that one. Huh?
You know, like it.
And then we've got winter coming up too.
Yeah.
New things for winter.
Our fall and winter brochure went out here about middle of July. If you didn't get it in the shopper, it's on our website as well at www.ci.owatonna.mn.us. It's kind of a mouthful. And you click on the Park and Rec link. And we are taking registrations right now for our youth basketball program. And that's actually through tomorrow, Thursday, and that's for 3rd through 6th grade. And then we also do have a kindergarten through 2nd grade program, and we're taking registrations currently for that, and that goes until December 3rd, I believe, is the deadline. And that's more instructional. They don't play games. It's more of a practice, and they do some games, but not basketball games, but games to develop skills and so forth. That's at Willow Creek, and that's 6 Saturdays in January and February. And then also we do have our Learn to Skate youth hockey program. That'll be starting here in a couple weeks. It's a cooperative program. We do a lot of cooperative programs and sharing the programs with youth hockey.
Okay.
And this is for levels 1 through 4. So it gives the kids learn how to stop, skate, stop. Some other different skills. I'm not a hockey guy, as you can tell. My son plays hockey, but they learn the different skills to be successful when they start playing games, as 9 and 10-year-olds and so forth. So we have kids that are 2 all the way up to 9, 10 that are in that program. We do have registration available for that as well. And then also one adult program that we still have registration going on is for dodgeball. And that's registration deadline is November 15th.
And where is that going to be played?
That'll be played up at Willow Creek.
Indoors?
Yes, it is. Yep. And that's started here about 3 years ago. I think we had 8 teams last year.
Now, is that played like, I played that for recess when I was in grade school. Is that played the same way, or is it?
Yeah, very similar.
You just stand there, just throw the ball at each other.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's some rules. I mean, you can't. It's got to be below the waist, and they can catch the ball and stuff like that. But we do have some different rules to make it a successful program and so forth. So, yeah. So that's another fun activity if someone's looking for that. Of course, we do have our adult volleyball program. But
how many teams do you have in that now?
Adult volleyball, we had about 76, 77.
Okay.
We have
going strong.
Yeah, co-rec on Mondays, and then we have men's and women's on Wednesdays. And I think we're about 3 weeks into that season already, so we can't register for that this year. But you still do have the option of dodgeball if you're an adult looking for something to do in the wintertime. So
now, how does one register? Is it all online, or they can come up to the office, or by phone?
Yeah, we're very excited, Betty. We do have a new system. It's called Max Solutions, and we started with that this fall. And it's a registration system where you can register online, and there's no convenience fee anymore. For those that registered before, if you went online, it depended on the price of the program, and then you got to charge a convenience fee of $2 to $4 because that was the company we were with before. But now with the new registration system, you can go online. There's no convenience fee. So we're trying to direct people more into registering online because it's more convenient and so forth. So we did start that with fall programs, and we're going to continue that. And if you haven't been to the golf course or the water park, we had that system out there this summer as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and then the Tennis and Fitness Center and Senior Place will be adding it here this winter. And another feature that we'll be adding here very soon is you'll be able to register for pavilions online as well.
Oh, that would be convenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can go on there and see what pavilion's available. Right now our policy is you can register for a pavilion 1 year in advance. So those people that are in the system that have registered already for next year, we'll put them in the system prior to January 1 here.
But you can't usually, isn't it like March or April?
No.
Start? You can do it?
No, 1 year. So if you want to
year?
register for October next year, you could register right now for that.
You didn't start taking registrations till a particular month.
No, we changed that I think a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So.
Well, we don't use the pavilions that often. We have the last couple of years, but luckily they've been open for us. But we called, we didn't know that system was available, so that is nice to know on that.
And hopefully down the road we'll be able to even do maybe some registering of courts, like at the Tennis and Fitness Center, maybe tee times. That's not going to happen next year, but this system has a lot of nice capabilities. Kind of getting us in the
tee times, particularly.
Yeah, into the new technology age. It's really going to help, I believe, in the future. So, and if you go onto our website, we do have standings and schedules on there, and you can kind of see that with the new system, there's some new additional things and information, and we've heard a lot of good feedback on that as well.
So where do they go online, or do they call your office to know about cancellations or postponements due to weather and things like that?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways they can do that. We do have our 444-4321. That's our telephone number, and hit 2 for updates on cancellations. Otherwise, the best one is to go to our website. Go to www.ci.owatonna.mn.us.
Well, people will get used to that when they go in there a lot.
And that's where you can set up an account too. Once you set up an account for Max Solutions for registration, then you're in the system, and then you don't have to set it up for the future as well.
Okay, boy, that is convenient.
Yes, it is.
So, and what else are you looking toward the future? What is that you hope to Park and Rec? Do you have some ideas for some things coming that hasn't done yet?
Well, we have some new staff. We've had a lot of retirements in our department here, and we've had some reorganization within our department. Jessica Abrahams, Mary Jo Knutson, and Courtney Rosenow are new to our office. Mm-hmm. So here next year, starting with spring and summer, we'll be adding some new programs because we have some new individuals that have some great talents, and we will be adding some new programs starting next spring and summer. So when our next brochure comes out, just watch for those new electives or programs out there. So. And then we do have some exciting things going on this fall. We do have, of course, the pickleball courts are going in down at Morehouse. Mm-hmm. We had a little hang up on that, but they'll be done here, if not used this fall, hopefully next spring. We are adding a new fence on Diamond 2 at the fairgrounds. Okay. Diamond 1 and 4 have been done in the last couple of years. And so we do have some exciting things going on and some improvements in our parks as well. Also a scoreboard project. The foundation, Owatonna Foundation, was great to give us a grant for $20,000 for scoreboard replacement down at Darts Park,
Darts, okay.
Darts Park as well as JC and Willow Creek, and we are working with some other sponsors as well on that. So.
Owatonna Foundation does come in handy to have, doesn't it?
They've been very good to us.
Well, you've been very busy, and so is the entire Park and Rec. And Tim, we thank you for stopping by today and keeping us updated with that. We hope you'll come back in the spring and tell us more.
Thanks, Betty.
Tim Truelson of Park and Rec. When we come back, we do have some announcements once again to pass along, so we hope to see you then.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Thank you for staying with us. We do have things going on around Owatonna and Steele County. Coming up tomorrow, you can help the Owatonna Foundation with some funding. It is Owatonna Foundation Week. All you have to do is go out to the Holiday Inn, especially if you like wine. They're going to have a wine tasting with hors d'oeuvres from 6:30 until 9 o'clock. The cost is $20 per person, and the tickets are available at Cashwise. And again, Cashwise is a co-sponsor. That's the Holiday Inn. And then on October 12th, on Saturday, it's Saturday morning coffee at Central Park from 7 a.m. until noon. And it's open house at a new office space at 108 West Park Square. And then on Sunday, you can enjoy a Sunday breakfast brunch benefit for the Owatonna Foundation, Hy-Vee, the Colonel, the Kitchen, and the Owatonna Country Club. So lots of ways you can have a great meal and help out the foundation as well. And also on Thursday, October 10th, at Horizon Eye Care Center, they are celebrating the World Sight Day, and you can get 40% off of fashion frames. So check that out at Horizon Eye Care. And the public is invited to attend a presentation on Thursday the 10th at the Steele County Historical Society. It's called Uncle Sam's New Deal, and it'll correlate with the newest exhibit about the Great Depression and the New Deal legislation that originated during that time period. And the presentation will be at 7 p.m. in the Winger Room. And then on Saturday, October 12th at 2 p.m., you can attend the Art Center's Music of Horror and Disguises. Pianist Paul Kovakovic, I want to make sure I say that right, will be playing Chopin, Schumann, and Ravel's trilogy of haunting scenes. Again, that is at 2 p.m. at the Owatonna Arts Center. And if you'd like, come in costume. It is, a Halloween theme after all, so you can dress up for that. We do thank you for joining us today, and we hope you'll come back on Friday when we're going to be talking with the retrofit companies. There's going to be a fall e-cycling event coming up, and then we're going to have an update from the Owatonna Sheriff's Department. That is all on Friday, so we hope to see you back here then. For Leanne Alt, I am Betty Johnson. This has been the Owatonna Today Show.